What's up? What's up? What's up, my beautiful, diverse American people? Happy Sunday. It's me, the good JD, George Delara. And the past few Sundays, I've kind of come up with a little bit of a weird message to the Christians in America. God bless everyone. Today's message is simple. It's going to be quick. All I want you, all of you, is to love each other. Let's go back to being a nation who's actively trying to love each other. In spite of our differences, in spite of our different cultures and beliefs and religions, let's love each other. We're going to get a lot more from love and intelligence than the governance of ignorance and hatred that we're seeing permeate our communities and our country right now. So we the people need to get back to loving each other, and that's the message for today. I'm George Delara. I want to be your next president. I don't know why. I don't have the resources. I'm not a billionaire. I'm not a millionaire. I'm not a career politician. I never seek public office. I'm not a person who has ever sought the spotlight. On the contrary, I was a shy kid. I've pretty much just kept to myself and been fully immersed in my work and my art and in giving myself and my talent to the world, to my community, to coach kids, to coach adults, to share my work and to put it into the hands of people who can do good with it. That's it. That's the only thing I've ever cared about, the only thing I've ever wanted. Never sought out to be wealthy. Wealth and making money was never a big thing to me. To my fault. I mean, I probably should have paid a lot more attention to that. But my biggest driving force was always to do good and to do the right thing, and that's what drives me to this. This is crazy. It's crazy and impossible. You see it in the name that a poor, brown, marginally educated, marginally successful, marginally regular American could even think of wanting to be the president of the greatest nation in the world. But it all comes down from that knowing, that knowledge that we the people can do better. And if we lead through love and intelligence, as many nations throughout the world have shown and are doing, I think that we can get a lot more benefit to our people, to our nation, to our prosperity than ignorance and hatred and attacking everything you hold dear and attacking the people who grow your food, who slice your meats, who grow the food that you consume, going after them and attacking the American people with our own military. It's not what America's about. It's not what the founding fathers envisioned, and it's not what I am about. Watch my videos. I've laid out a lot of different ideas to target each of the problems we have. You saw what I spoke about the summit here with Putin. I could have written a script for exactly what happened, and you're seeing the aftermath. They're taking the side of murder and rolled out the red carpet to find out what he wants, because that was the whole point of the meeting, and to get tips and to get ideas and to find out how he destroyed freedom and democracy in his country, because this is the guy who murders, poisons any opponent, anybody who speaks out against him. This is the guy that our regime is taking tips from, democratic tips from. This is who he sees as a great man and a great leader and someone who he wants to model America after. A dictatorship that is murdering innocent women and children the day after They are given the red carpet treatment by this regime. So I'm going to put an end to all that shit. We're going to put an end to that. We're going to lead through love and intelligence. We're going to take control of these negotiations, not let the criminals decide what they want. We're going to tell them what we want. And if you watch my videos, you see my 3-point plan to deal with the Ukrainian problem and make it not a problem, make it a benefit and an opportunity for the world and for the people on both sides of that issue to benefit and to live in peace through strength, intelligence, and love, not ignorance, weakness, and beta boy cowardness, because that is what we're seeing. Okay, so God bless you guys. Sunday's message, please, guys, please love each other, guys. Love each other, bro. Today, go out of your way. Go say hi. Yesterday, I took a little time to go to a local park just to, get some fresh air and enjoy a beautiful day. And man, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. You see all these kids playing together, and there were people, there were white people, there were black people, there were brown people, there were Latinos, there were Middle Eastern people. It was a beautiful afternoon of kids playing together. Kids playing together. It was beautiful. But I did notice something else, guys. I noticed that the adults were not even making eye contact with each other. Each were in their own little gazebos, at their own tables, at their own gatherings, enjoying it, having a great time, being loving, but nobody was connecting. The adults were not united. And that is a product of the ignorance and hatred that we're seeing when we should be seeing love and intelligence and uniting our people of every color and every nationality and every cultural background that made this melting pot of the world. And that's why I talk to the young people, guys. Don't follow this bullshit, bro. This is not what America is supposed to be. This is not what the founding fathers envisioned. They created a nation. They went up against the most powerful army in the world for one purpose, for one reason. Only for one reason. And that was to build a nation of freedom. Of a nation of freedom where you can be what you want. You could be a Christian. You could be a space enthusiast. You can be a farmer. You can be a businessman. You can be a writer. You can be an artist. You can be whatever you want. That is the definition of freedom, and that is why the founding fathers and those small group of men who wrote a Declaration of Independence against the biggest army on the planet and succeeded because they were acting with intelligence and love over ignorance and hatred. So, love each other, guys. Love each other. Go out of your way today. Go out of your way today and say hello to somebody that you probably wouldn't normally do it. Say hi to someone who looks tired, who looks alone. Buy a meal for someone who's standing on a corner begging. Because love and intelligence will return our nation to the founding fathers' vision of a beacon of freedom and democracy to the entire world. Not a little beta boy brigade bastion of ignorance and hatred and monotheistic ideology based on ignorance and hatred. Because if anybody wants to test diversity, I'm 65 years old and I can still hit a 95-mile-an-hour fastball if I have to, with enough training. 80 right now. Put your money where your mouth is if you want to see it. Y hablo varios idiomas without even thinking. Puedo cambiar between one and the other without losing train of thought, sin cambiar mi mentalidad, sin perder lo que estoy diciendo, without losing what I'm saying. Because that is a sign of intelligence. That is a sign of being able to process information at a higher rate than a monolinguistic, beta boy, bitch, who fell ass backwards into wealth and declared themselves geniuses. We ain't having that. We see the destruction. We see the following, the followers, because there is no leadership. There are only followers. They're following what the lawyers tell them, because if you are the president of this nation and you don't know that your job is to protect the Constitution, that is in the oath that you take, then you're not a leader, brother. You are not a leader. You are a follower who requires lawyers whose sole purpose, and I'm not talking bad about lawyers, some of my best friends are lawyers, but their job is to pervert, distort, manipulate laws for the benefit of their clients. So if you're the president and you have lawyers doing the work, you have lawyers manipulating, perverting, and distorting laws to achieve your agenda. You're not following law. You're not being a leader. You're being a follower. You're being told what to do, how to think. And that's what we're seeing. This is a playbook that has been used over and over, and MyHeritage knows it very well.